So I'm out taking a walk, and probably 15 minutes in, it's going to be a 45-minute walk. I was just talking to myself, thinking through some things, and I was just asking myself, what have you walked away from? And I want to ask that same question of you as well. What have you walked away from? In a good way, something that served you by walking away from it. For me, I've walked away from jobs that didn't serve my purpose. I've walked away from relationships that weren't healthy, relationships that didn't allow me to truly be me without having to sacrifice a part of me. I've walked away from situations that didn't have the room to hold me in all that I am. And what I mean by that is sometimes when you're in a place and you feel that energy that says shrink back, you're playing too big, and you start to play small, or you feel compelled to play small. Those are some places I've walked away from, and they're also some places that I have continued to find myself in, and I'll be giving notice, because I'll be walking away from those places and spaces too. Whether it's a position, voluntary or not, a board position, if I can't truly be all that I am and show up in my greatness, then those are not spaces that I need to be in unless there is a reason for that hinge. And sometimes there are reasons, and there's timing, there's strategy that needs to be considered when walking away as well. So something that I learned from Dr. David Banks years ago, and that is to leave well. He shared that in a sermon that he's preached. He shared that in a sermon that he preached years ago. I'm out of breath, y'all. I'm going up a hill. Sometimes walking away is hard. Sometimes walking away requires you to go uphill. I guess it does. This is what I just walked away from. All that beauty. And like my friend David Viles told me the other day, sometimes when you walk away, you really shouldn't look back. Or maybe that was his wife Angie that said that. I don't know. It was one of them. But here I am, out of breath. Woo-wee, y'all. I gotta start walking more. This is not okay. Got my walking shoes on. Didn't even plan to go on camera or to speak today, but evidently this needed to happen. I'm walking away and I'm out of breath, but I know that I will increase my stamina. I'll learn from the space I left and go from there. So here's more. Let's recap. Yes, I've walked away from jobs, positions that were more figurehead positions rather than a position that allowed me to work fully in my power with autonomy and authority and creativity and understanding. So here's the deal. Jobs, positions. If you need to walk away, get a strategy together, walk away. Relationships. Woo-wee. I probably could and should write a book on this one, just in and of itself. When you haven't done your own inner child and recovery work, it's very difficult to walk away. All right, here's my good deed of the day. Just found a screw in the street where I live. Hopefully I just saved somebody's tire. All right, so where was I? Talked about jobs, positions, so relationships. Yeah, so doing my inner child work and recovery work has allowed me to heal in places that I hadn't healed before, and it's allowed me to see things differently. I've had people ask me, how in the world did you find yourself in relationship with so-and-so? My answer to them has been, I wasn't in a good place. Really wasn't thinking clearly. Really wasn't making the decisions that were in my, honestly, in my best interest. It was more their best interest, but I also own that. And I can begin to unpack that even better now as I do my recovery work. So I thoroughly enjoy being able to make decisions now, as opposed to, I don't know if I'd say thoroughly enjoy. I enjoy the outcome. I enjoy the outcome now of my decision making when it's rooted in who I am at my core, when it's rooted in and coming from a healed place rather than a hurting place. And so, yeah, we walk away from jobs, positions, relationships. Something else that may not be so tangible is I've learned also to walk away from mindsets, thoughts, ideas, and that's not always easy, because a lot of times those mindsets, those thoughts, those ideas, those beliefs are once again rooted in relationships, jobs, positions, people, and places where we don't want to be abandoned if we think differently or ostracized. And so those are true fears and true concerns that I had when I started shifting in college back in the 90s. I remember my professor talking about paradigm shifts. It was a highly conservative college, and even now I've continued paradigm shift. You know, I've walked away from, good morning, pretty good, learning to walk away from some things. How about that? Yep. So I've even walked away from some things that I was exposed to, taught, or told to believe in my college setting, in my upbringing. Eventually, you just got to be who you are, love the people you love, and walk away from, for me, it's walking away from beliefs and ideas of ostracizing people, mistreating people, treating them differently if they aren't showing up the way the head honcho of the group or the majority of the group believes they should. Something that just came to mind for me now is sometimes it's important to walk away from your silence. whether you want to see it as spiritual or not, I believe it is. So let me just say that. I see it as a spiritual thing. Yeah. When I walk away from my silence of not speaking up for myself or speaking up for someone, then I'm walking into and with truth, and I'm a voice. So yeah, we can walk away from people, places, relationships, jobs, positions, and we can specifically walk away from ideas and thoughts, but we can also walk away from something that's held us, which is maybe our silence. That's a pretty big deal for me. If I share how I feel with someone that I'm in relationship with, and I don't feel heard, seen, validated, or witnessed, that's not okay. All right, here we go. We got another. Maybe we saved a tire, maybe we didn't, but we're gonna pick it up. So I've been in a place in the past where I did not feel heard, seen, validated, witnessed, and I didn't even know that's what I was experiencing, but I know now. And I walked away from that time. I walked away from the ideology that I should be in relationship with someone who doesn't hear me, see me, witness me. And so that's intimacy. That's in romantic relationship, it can be intimacy, but it's also something that I've even talked about with one of my adult children. It's important that they feel heard, seen, witnessed. And so yeah, got work to do, man, but it's not like work that can't be done. It's allowing ourselves grace, walking in peace, understanding where we are. Excuse me. And it's just doing our thing. So for me, well, I'm just thinking out loud. So yeah, something else I've walked away from is money. I walked away from opportunities that were presented to me for a certain dollar to be made, and because it didn't align with what my purpose, my passion, what I should feel that I should be doing, and I'm working on not shoulding on myself. That's something I can talk about later. But so I've walked away from what looks like a lucrative opportunity, which actually is misalignment, which actually allows you to, another screw, y'all, man, where are these coming from? Which actually allows you, when you walk away from money or potentially lucrative opportunity that doesn't serve you in terms of you fulfilling your purpose, I believe that it's an opportunity and a way for you to actually walk into abundance, walk into a peace that can't be matched or shaken, because you know that, hey, I'm doing what I'm called to do. So today I choose to walk away from agendas, people, places, things, relationships, ideas, specifically not having a voice, specifically walking away from rooms that don't allow me to be fully who I am. Today, we walk away. And in our walking away, we walk into, oh man, this is pretty awesome. I'm enjoying this today. As we walk away, and as we continue to walk away throughout our lives and seasons, we walk into abundance. We walk into peace. We walk into joy. We walk into a place where we can be rooted, where we can truly rise, and we can truly shine. Thank y'all for listening to me today. I choose today to continue to support, co-create, and enrich in the lives of others. And I hope you will choose to do the same. Have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.